Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ashley, and I'm back tonight with another fragrance review. Yes, I know it's been a long time since I've done one, but life has gotten in the way and things have happened, and I'm not going to get into any of that because it's irrelevant to what's I'm doing tonight. But basically, long story short is I've moved from the place that I was living in, so I had to get settled in and all that stuff, and it's taken me a while to actually put together this fragrance review that I'm going to do tonight. And I'm reviewing three fragrances. Two of them are men's, one of them is a women's fragrance. And as y'all know by now, I don't discriminate against women's or men's fragrances. If the fragrance smells good, damn it, I'm going to wear it. It doesn't matter whether it's women's perfume, whether it's men's cologne or whatever. It's all the same. If it smells good, and if I like it, and if I get compliments on it, hell, I'm going to wear it. And I think you should do the same thing too. I don't think you should be subjected or to be, uh, subjected to women's fragrances or men's fragrance. Just because it's a women's fragrance doesn't mean that a woman has to wear it. Or if it's a men's cologne or men's fragrance doesn't mean that a man has to wear it. It can be anything. Fragrances are unisex. I've always said that. So, all right, let's get started. So, the first fragrance I have for you tonight is one that was released in 1995. It's an older fragrance. Yes, it is. It's an older fragrance. And it's been around for a while. It's an eau de toilette. And it's Burberry Burberry for men. And here's the box. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can focus. There we go. And here is what the bottle looks like. And of course, it's went through some changes over the years. Burberry used to be called Burberry London, and then they changed it to back to Burberry, and now it's called Burberry for Men. And here's the bottle. This is what it looks like. Now, this is an eau de toilette, which means it's less potent than an eau de parfum and more potent than an eau de cologne. So it's kind of an in-between fragrance. I'm wearing the fragrance tonight, and to be honest with you, I really like the smell of this fragrance. It really smells really good. Women can pull this off too. So I'm going to go ahead and give it three sprays on this wrist here. Oh, it smells so good. It smells clean and fresh. And the top notes of this fragrance, they evaporate pretty quickly. So you'll get about maybe 10 minutes of the top notes. And I'm going to go over the notes with you right here. I've got them written down. Yes, I have a cheat sheet. Um, Burberry is a woody aromatic fragrance launched in 1995. It was created by Creations Aromatiques and Michael Almirac. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Now, the top notes of this fragrance are mint, lavender, bergamot, thyme. Middle notes are cedar, sandalwood, geranium, jasmine, and oak moss. The base notes are musk, vanilla, and amber. It's got quite a lot of notes in it, and it reminds me of a fragrance from, but it kind of reminds me of like a body wash. I can't remember the name of the body wash that it reminds me of, but it reminds me of that's what it is. I remember it now. It reminds me of Calvin Klein. Uh, what was the name of that fragrance from Calvin Klein? Um, anyway, the very first fragrance of that Calvin Klein ever released. Um, that's what it reminds me of. Calvin Klein for Men. That's what it is. Calvin Klein for Men. It reminds me of that. The top notes reminds me of Calvin Klein for Men. As it dries down, though, it starts to have this more of a. It starts to get this structure to it, and it starts to get this kind of like a powdery, musky, woody, fragrant, woody scent to it that It's really nice. It's a really nice fragrance. But yeah, like I said, it reminds me of Calvin Klein for Men, the one that was released in the '80s, and of course this was released in 1995. So it's quite an older fragrance. And as you know by now, I like my older fragrances because, for one, they have a lot of longevity, and number two, they smell amazing and they stay on you. They stay with you forever. Now the foliage on this thing is an absolute beast. Mom, can you smell this fragrance from here?
Oh yes, I can.
Can you smell
Wonderful.
it?
Oh yeah.
Does it smell good?
I like to wear it too.
So
It
you
does.
like to wear this fragrance?
I do.
You would wear it,
I
wouldn't
would
you?
wear
Yeah.
it. Yeah, definitely.
See, it's my even my mother who she's a stickler when it comes to fragrances, and she'll even wear men's cologne too. Doesn't it remind you of Calvin Klein,
It
the
does.
first Calvin Klein that
It
ever came
does.
out?
Yeah.
So as it dries down, then once the fragrance starts to dry down, you start to get the middle notes, which are, gotta go back to my notes again. Sorry. Which the middle notes just start to get the cedar and the sandalwood. Sandalwood's very strong in this too, which I love, 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 love sandalwood. I love anything that's got sandalwood in it. Um, I would say this could be worn casually. You can wear this casual wear. You can wear it every day. You could wear this on a date. You could wear this to work. You could wear it to, I don't know, going out. You wear it
Dinner
at a
party.
dinner party. You could wear it to
Anywhere.
anywhere. I mean, you could,
Anytime.
you know, when would you wear
I
this?
say I say it for even like summer and winter.
Yeah,
You know.
it's a summer or winter fragrance. Not,
Yeah.
oh, it smells.
It
It
smells
smells
amazing though.
amazing. It
It
smells
really
really
does.
good, and the more that it stays with you, the longer the more the notes come through, and the more the bass notes come through, and the more the structure of it is there. Now, like I said, it does remind me of Calvin Klein for Men, the original, but that one has more structure than this one does. This one's not exactly like Calvin Klein because, of course, Calvin Klein's Calvin Klein, but that one has more structure than this one does. This one in the opening does remind me of Calvin Klein for Men, but only on the opening. Once it starts to dry down and once it starts to get, the bass notes start to come through, then that's when you start to see the structure of the fragrance and the woodiness and the aromatics of it, and how it's structured is what I'm trying to say. That's the words I'm trying to use. I'm sorry, I'm getting my words confused tonight because it's late and I'm just. But anyway, so um, that's Burberry for Men, and like I said, the fragrance was released in 1995. Now, longevity on this is a good 8 to 10 hours, if not more. It depends on your skin type. It depends on if you sweat, if you don't, if you smoke, if you don't smoke, or whatever it is. I smoke, so whatever. But longevity is a good 8 to 10 hours. Now, usually what I do is when I spray it, I'll take the fragrance and I'll spray like one here on my back, and then I'll pull off my shirt and I'll spray like 1, 2, 3, 4 sprays down in there, and good to go. Because if it's on your chest, you want to spray it where there's body heat, where the heat the heat of your body is going to release the fragrance. It's gonna warm up the fragrance and it's gonna release it. Um, I do like this. I do. This is the first time I've ever worn. This is the first time I've ever worn Burberry. I've never tried Burberry before, and um, I said, let me try it out. Let me give it a try and see what it smells like, and we'll go from there. Now that it's drying down, it's starting to smell less like Calvin Klein, and it's starting to smell more like the woody aromatics is starting to come through on this, and you can now really smell the cedar and the sandalwood and the geranium. You can smell that in the base notes, because like I said, the top notes, they evaporate, well, not evaporate, but they dissipate really quickly, as they're supposed to, because the opening is what attracts you to the fragrance. That's what makes you want to say, "Oh my God, this fragrance smells good." That's what makes you want to buy it. Is the top notes. Those are the ones that are there to attract, because the base notes and the heart of the fragrance is what really makes the fragrance smell good. Um, like I said, lasting powers between 8 to 10 hours. Ciliage is fairly decent. I mean, you can. I've worn this before, and I've walked by somebody and they've stopped me and asked me what I was wearing, and of course I can spray it on and the whole house will smell like this fragrance, or I can.
And even after that, you take a shower, I can still smell that on you.
Yes, even after I take a shower and all that, you can. So that tells you that the ciliage is really good, and it's got some staying power.
I love.
It's got a lot of staying power.
Se você tem.
So that's Burberry for men, and like I said, men and women can wear this too. Now this is a 3.3 ounce in the eau de toilette, eau de toilette version. I don't think they make an eau de parfum. I believe they just make an eau de toilette in this, but it's still strong enough to where it's got good staying power and good lasting power. It's moderately priced. It depends on where you buy it. It depends on what, you can find it online. Usually I like to buy my fragrances in a department store because I like to be able to test it out first before I purchase it, because I don't like to blind buy anything unless I've already been told from several different people that, hey, this fragrance smells really good, go ahead and blind buy it. So then I'll go ahead and blind buy it, and I'm pleased with it. Now, let's move on to the second one. Now, the second one is an older fragrance, and this one is also one of my favorites. It's by the design house of Yves Saint Laurent, and it's called Kouros for men in eau de toilette. This is in the 1.7 ounce or 50 ml. This fragrance is been around for a while. It was released in 1981, and I'll pull out the bottle and show you. It's kind of a unique bottle. It really is a unique bottle. This stuff does smell really good. Now this is like, you can't see the juice inside of it, but it's in there, trust me. And this is 1.7 ounce eau de toilette, and the nose behind this is, let me see, hang on one second, I got my nose right here. Nose is, Pierre Bourdon. Now the top notes are aldehydes, coriander, clary sage, Artemisia, bergamot. The middle notes are patchouli, carnation, vetiver, cinnamon, geranium, jasmine, and orris root, which gives it that powdery note. Base notes are civet, honey, leather, musk, oak moss, amber, tonka bean, and vanilla. This has got a lot of ingredients in it. A lot of ingredients. And I'm not going to spray it on my skin because I've already got Burberry on. So I'm going to spray it on this paper towel here, and I'm going to give it 1-2 sprays and let it dry off for a second. Now, I've heard a lot of people say in the past that Kouros smells like a urine cake. I don't see that. I don't see that at all. I don't smell that. What it reminds me of is, it reminds me of like a it reminds me of one of those, elegant gentleman's fragrances. It reminds me of a fragrance that you would wear to, say, like an elegant party, or you would wear on a date to where you'd want to get close to somebody, you want to get close to somebody, or somebody wants to get close to you, and they want to be, how can I say this? They want to get up in your space in your but which is fine, you know. I, I personally don't mind somebody being in my bubble when I'm wearing a fragrance. Um, like I said, this fragrance was released in 1981, so it is quite an older fragrance. This is a projection beast. This fragrance will project. It will. You can smell this from 10 feet away, and it I can't think of what it reminds me of because it's really not a fragrance that this reminds me of. It's so structured and so complex that, of course, all fragrances by Yves Saint Laurent are all structured and just mesmerizing and gorgeous. I would say that this is a. If I had to say what it reminds me of, it reminds me of the older. Um, there was a fragrance that's no longer produced. I don't know if they produce it anymore, but it's from Hermes, and I forget the name of it, but anyway, it's from Hermes, and it kind of reminds me of that, but not as it's not as Hermes is not as structured as this one is. This one's got a lot more structure to it, and the longevity on this is between 12 to 14 hours. Ciliage is extremely strong. The projection, like I said, the projection is a beast. It is a monster. It just projects and projects and projects, and it goes. When I wear this, Mom, can you smell it?
Oh yeah.
When I put this on, when I wear Kouros, can you smell it?
Oh yeah.
Even
Yeah, even
after
after.
several hours.
Yeah, I sure can.
So if Mom says she can smell it for several hours later, then that means it's a really good fragrance. Now this fragrance, I would wear this. This would be good to wear in the wintertime. I don't think I'd wear this in the summer,
Yeah.
because it's too aromatic. It's too woody. It's like an Oriental, and Oriental fragrances usually are designed to be worn in the wintertime, not in the summer. I wouldn't wear this in the summertime because it's too aromatic, and it's got a lot of aromatic notes. It's got a lot of the strong, you know, the coriander, and it's got a lot of the leathery notes, and the civet, which is basically the gland of the beaver, is what it is. That's what civet is, carnation and all that stuff. So it's got a lot of those stronger notes that are designed to be worn in the wintertime. Now I have worn this in the summer. Um, there have been times that I have been brave enough and worn in the summertime, and it still smells good, but I would still wear it in the winter. I would strictly wear this in the wintertime because it's just so structured, and it's just so gorgeous. I mean, this is just a gorgeous fragrance, and women can pull this off, yes, but I would say that this, and I rarely say this, but I would say that Kouros is mainly for men. It's more. It's designed for a It's a very masculine scent. It's a very masculine. When you smell Kouros, you think of a tall, handsome guy that's, you know, built and is muscular and everything, and he wants to smell good and all that stuff. And he's one of those type of guys that, you know, he's one of those Casanova type guys. That's what Kouros reminds me of. So I don't think women can pull this off. Hey, if you're brave enough to, go right ahead. By all means, pull it off. But I would say that Kouros is a masculine scent. It's very masculine. It's a fragrance for men, and just out of the bottle, it just smells gorgeous. It's one of my favorite Yves Saint Laurent fragrances. That and Opium pour Homme and Opium for Women are one of my three of my most favorite Yves Saint Laurent fragrances that I absolutely love. Um, Again, like I said, this should be worn to an elegant dinner party. This should be worn with a suit and tie. Um, if you're going to go somewhere, you know, more upscale, I wouldn't wear this to work. You can. I mean, if you want to, if you work in a place where you have to dress up to go to work, yes, you
Office.
could wear it. But I wouldn't wear this to like the club, or I wouldn't wear it to like, casual wear. So I would wear this. I would wear this to something that's elegant, because this is an elegant fragrance. It's 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 got that elegance to it of masculinity. It's got that, elegant masculine man scent, which is hard to find in a fragrance nowadays. And I'm going to smell it one more time because I just love smelling it. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. So I'll go over the notes again with you. Top notes are aldehydes, coriander, clary sage, Arti- artemisia, and bergamot. Those are the top notes. The middle notes are patchouli, carnation, vetiver, cinnamon, geranium, jasmine, orris root. The base notes are civet, honey, leather, musk, oak moss, amber, tonka bean, and vanilla. That's a lot of ingredients. And the top notes, they stay a little bit longer than other fragrances, but once it starts to dry down, that's when the base notes start to come through slowly, and then the heart of the fragrance comes through. Like right now, I'm smelling that beautiful patchouli coriander fragrance. It's just gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous fragrance. It's gorgeous. So anyway, that's Kouros by Yves Saint Laurent in the 1.7 ounce eau de toilette spray. Um, I've heard rumors that this has been discontinued. I'm not sure. If they have, shame on Yves Saint Laurent for doing that, because it's a fragrance that's been around forever and it's gorgeous. I don't know why they would do that, but again, that's just a rumor. That's not confirmed.
Usually,
But I have heard that it's been continued, or I'm sorry, that it's been removed off of Yves Saint Laurent's website. Now, whether that means that it's been discontinued or not, I don't know. Like I said, that's just a rumor. That's not been confirmed. I haven't seen or heard of that they've discontinued it, but I don't see why the hell they would, because it's a good fragrance. It really is a good fragrance. Okay, the third and final fragrance, and y'all are gonna laugh at me because I know that this one is kind of a it's been around for a while, and it's one of those fragrances that people make fun of all the time, but I really don't care, because to me it smells good and I do like it. I like the way it smells. I like the way it's got that clean, fresh smell. It's exclamation. Oh, sorry. It's exclamation, and it's by the design house of Coty, which makes a lot of fragrances. And it's actually a cologne spray. Now, when I say cologne spray, it's not necessarily an eau de cologne or an eau de toilette. It's kind of an in between. And this is what the bottle looks like. And it's a very clean, fresh scent. And Exclamation was launched in
what does it
1988.
do?
The nose behind the fragrance is Sophie Grossman, and the top notes are peach, apricot, bergamot, and green notes. The middle notes are heliotrope, orris root, which gives it that powdery note, rose, jasmine, and lily of the valley. Which lily of the valley is a really good. I love lily of the valley. That's a very good note. Base notes are vanilla, musk, sandalwood, amber, cinnamon, and cedar. Now, I'm not going to spray this on me because, like I said, I've already got Burberry on, and I'm not going to, you know, mix them, because I don't like to mix fragrances like that. So I'm going to spray it on this little napkin here, and give you my impression of it. Okay. This smells, this kind of reminds me of, this reminds me of like a shampoo. Wouldn't you say? What does it remind you of, Mama?
Uh, I would say more like a body spray,
Which kind of body spray? Like a
something like baby powder, baby spray.
no, I don't think it's powder. This kind of this reminds me of a it's kind of like a clean, like, fresh out of the
Fresh,
shower
yeah,
scent.
fresh out of the
Fresh
shower.
out of the shower scent. It's I mean it's a good it's a good casual wear fragrance. Actually, you can spray this on when you get out of the
Spring
shower.
and
You
summer,
know,
I would
you
say.
can wear this during the springtime. This is the type of fragrance where you just want to, like, quickly mist yourself. You can spray this on 2 3 times a day because it's a cologne spray. It doesn't last very long. It doesn't, stay with you as long. Longevity on this is kind of moderate, so I would say between 4 to 6 hours. Um, Ciliage is also kind of moderate, so it's not gonna, like, waft as you walk by somebody. You got to kind of be close enough to smell this fragrance on yourself. Um, Now, projection is kind of iffy. It's sometimes it just depends on the person's chemistry again. Projection sometimes it can project a ways, and sometimes it can stay close to you. Just like I said, it all depends on the skin type. And that's kind of unusual because a lot of 80s fragrances are cloying projection beasts and they're cloying projection monsters. This, like I said, this reminds me of like a patchouli body wash, or like a I can really smell I can smell the peach in this. The peach and the heliotrope really comes through. And actually, to be honest with you, I think that this kind of reminds me of it's from Estee Lauder, and it's called White Linen. Um, it reminds me of White Linen, not as structured as White Linen is, because White Linen, of course, is a very structured fragrance. It's a very um, it's very elegant. Of course, it's from the design house of Estee Lauder, and Estee Lauder makes amazing fragrances. But this does remind me of uh, White Linen, pure white. It's called Pure White Linen from Estee Lauder. Not as structured as Pure White Linen, but it does have that resemblance. It does have that, I guess you would call it that memory, not the memory. That's not the word I'm looking for. Uh, it's got that, like,
Projection.
no, it's got that. What's the word I'm looking for? Um, yeah, I guess you could say memory. It's got that. Oh, there's the word I'm looking for. Remembrance. It kind of reminds me of that. So, like, when I spray this on, I'm reminded of Pure White Linen from Estee Lauder. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, yeah, Coty makes a lot of the fragrances that you find. Like, they make Musk, they make Stetson, they make a lot of fragrance. Coty is a big fragrance maker. They make a lot of the older, fragrances that you find at, like, Walmart or Walgreens or whatever, and stuff like that. Now, I do like this. I do like Exclamation. It's one of those fragrances that, I can spray on my body in the summertime. It's a clean fragrance. It's fresh. It's, once I get out of the shower and I'm showered up and everything, I can just take and spray this along and not have to, you know, if I don't want to wear something that's, you know,
More structure.
more structured, or designer fragrance, or if I don't want to wear something that's, you know,
Every day.
one of my expensive fragrances. This is something for everyday wear. So you can wear this to work, you can wear this to the gym, you can wear it if you're going on a date. You can casual wear if you want to go out shopping, go to the Walmart, go Target, wherever. You can wear this. I mean, this is just like, quick body spray, just to freshen up a little bit, just to make, you know,
Good to go.
and you're good to go. Wouldn't you say that,
Yeah.
Mom?
Oh yeah.
Would you would probably wear something like that,
Yeah.
like this, once you'd go out
Sure. I
shopping and
would.
stuff?
If I go
Yeah,
shopping to the grocery
right,
store or whatever, I
exactly.
just wear that after shower.
Yeah. So to recap, what we have tonight, what I've reviewed for tonight is the is all the I'm gonna show them to you again just so that we can go through them. The first one that I reviewed, the first one that I showed was Burberry for men in the 3.3 ounce eau de toilette. This is for men. The second one was Kouros by Yves Saint Laurent, and this is on the 1.7 ounce eau de toilette spray. And the third, last but not least, of course, is Exclamation, and they spelled Exclamation. They kind of want to make it look fancy. And it's by the design house of Coty. And this is in cologne spray. So it's kind of in between an eau de toilette and an eau de cologne. And that's my fragrance review tonight, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm so sorry that it's taken me so long to do another fragrance review, but like I said, life has gotten away. Stuff has happened. And please like and subscribe to my channel.
Share it.
Hit that subscribe button, share. Make sure you turn on your notifications so that when I do make another video, it'll pop up and you'll be able to see it. So, as I always say,
have a good fragrance day.
Smell good, smell delicious, and always, always, always wear fragrances, because fragrance is the spice of life.
Exactly.
Guys, y'all have a great evening. It was wonderful doing this review. We'll see you next time. Until then, keep smelling good. Bye now.